Hello everyone. If you need a way to auto-generate IDs in Snowflake, or want to avoid writing complicated logic just to get unique values, um, for that, in this video, I'll show you how to use Snowflake sequences, go-to solution for generating auto-incrementing numbers in your table. So the first question comes to mind is, what is a sequence in Snowflake? So everything in Snowflake and even the tables, views and the procedures are the Snowflake objects, and just like that, a sequence in Snowflake is a schema level Snowflake object that auto generates unique numeric values commonly used for creating primary keys, populating IDs during inserts, and managing surrogated keys in dimensional modeling. It behaves like a counter that keeps track of the number to use. So if you want to create a new sequence, and there are a few things that you keep in mind while starting with creating a sequence. First, start with this is you where your sequence starts with. By default, it has a value as 1. So if you do not specify explicitly, then it will by default it will be 1. Your sequence will start with 1. Other thing is increment by. This sets the step value. You can increment by 1, 2, or whatever value you want. And then we have the order can be increasing or decreasing, and order is ignored. Snowflake doesn't guarantee order in distributed systems. You can add a comment to describe the purpose of your sequence at the end, and whenever you will access that sequence under your database and within the schema, you'll be able to see that particular comment after the creation. So let's get started and create a simple sequence with a demo. I'm starting off with create or replace statement. Create or replace sequence. We'll name it SF sequence. Start with, I'm explicitly mentioning this parameter, but as I said, if you do not mention it, it will by default consider it as 1. Let's keep it simple. We'll increment it by 1. And I'm specifying a comment as well. It's not necessary, it's not essentially you should be specifying a comment, but I'm just doing it. Running this one, and it says this sequence does not have a current database, and it's asking us to use database query. uh, Instead of doing it from the workspace or the worksheet, let's do it from UI this time. Let's I'm going with the SF database and selecting the SF schema. I'll run this again, and it has created the sequence for us. The status says sequence SF sequence successfully created. Refresh the left hand sidebar and the sequence is visible. This is the sequence. You can click on this little button that will redirect you to another new page, which will give details about that particular sequence. Our comment is visible as well. Sequence, for example, created just now. Honor is the role that I'm using for creation of this particular Snowflake object. Interval is 1 and the next value is 1000 is the definition, which means the query that I just used to create this particular Snowflake object, Snowflake sequence, and this is the sequence. uh, Next value, the details are there, and let's use use this sequence. For using that, we need to run something like this. Let's use a simple select to generate a few values. Select and a sequence name. So here, if you noticed, we are calling NEXTVAL. You can use You can call NEXTVAL as many times as you need it. It returns the next value in the sequence. Let's hit run. Yeah, so the next value, which is the first value, or to start with, it's 1000. Now you can use this sequence or the next value in your insert statements. For that, you have to have a table under your schema. So we'll look into it in some other tutorial. But if I run this again, then this value will increment. So the next value will always be incrementing. The order is not set, but the values like it's different all the time. If I just consider selecting from the sequence, uh, it says invalid reference. So the sequences are simple, powerful tool for generating unique numbers and great for auto-incrementing IDs, and super useful in the data pipelines and dimensional modeling. If this helped you, give it a like, subscribe for more Snowflake content, and drop a comment below. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you.